Success in farming is all about precision and efficiency, ensuring every seed, every drop of water, every nutrient and treatment counts. Terraplex Ag is helping farmers all over Iowa and the Midwest do just that. With precision ag drone technology and support from Terraplex, you'll boost your productivity and make timely and informed decisions, all while reducing your costs and increasing your profit. It's time to revolutionize your farming. Harvest the benefits with Terraplex Ag. Visit TerraplexAg.com.
Chris Williams, Brent Blum. From the Northwest Bank Studios, it's Williams and Blum, presented by Mechdyne, on the Cyclone Fanatic Podcast Network.
What's up? It is the 5th of October, 2025. My name is Chris Williams. I'm joined as always by Brent Blum. We are in the Northwest Bank Studios. We are presented by Mechdyne. And the football program up at Iowa State University suffered its first loss of the season on Saturday. A game that was very complicated, I thought, to analyze afterwards. So I'm calling the bullpen, my closer, Brent Blum, and we'll break it all down for you. And we'll look ahead to what should be a really fun road trip next week. I know thousands of Iowa State fans will be heading west to Colorado, so we're looking forward to that despite the loss to Cincinnati. Again, we are in the Northwest Bank Studios. Thank you to them for supporting what we do here at Cyclone Fanatic. We want to push all the business we can over to our friends at Northwest Bank. They are phenomenal.
I did get a text from somebody at Northwest Bank, and they are efforting the vintage ATM machine for the studio. So they're listening, everybody. And that's the type of customer service they have. They listen to the outlandish request.
Outstanding.
Yes.
We are presented, as always, by Mechdyne for the fourth year running, MECHDYNE.com.
Fifth year now.
Fifth year running. See, I can't even keep straight. I'm an old geezer these days.
Yeah.
Man,
we've seen a lot of stuff in 5 years in this program.
We have.
So this is a minor drop in the bucket, see.
Yeah, man, 5-1.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Really complicated game just with the cornerbacks. Obviously, that was, a big story going into this. I'd love to see like the all 22 with John Haycock and see what he's seeing and what they're looking at. Really felt like Iowa State, Brent, lost the game early, in my opinion.
No doubt.
There were some execution issues down the stretch with the offense that I think they would love to get back because I think they're a better offense than they probably showed. Even though they had a great box score, like they weren't like horrible, they weren't bad by any means. It's just I think they could have executed more. And I'll sum it up like this, and then we can get into like the micro portion. Like macro for me, I don't feel like Iowa State played well in any facet of the game, but I still feel like that game was there for the taking, and they just, for one reason or another, just couldn't make the plays to do it. And it was frustrating in that sense, but I also, last night when I was doing all my post-game stuff, there wasn't like this feeling of like anger or I didn't feel like they deserved to win the game, I guess. And sometimes those games are easier to swallow for me than the one where you feel like you just gave it away. Like, I don't feel like that was the case. They didn't have it yesterday, unfortunately, and got beat by a better team on that day.
Yeah, this was, on the anger scale, it's very low. It was just you got outplayed from the get-go, and kudos to Cincinnati to start with. I mean, that was they were amped, they were ready to go, and they took it to Iowa State physically early, and that I think was a surprise to everybody. C-Dub, I mean, Matt was really honest in this press conference. He said that's on the head football coach for our lack of execution and detail early. And I thought what really changed the game was obviously that first drive. Okay, a couple things happen. You jump off sides to get them a first down on a third down.
No doubt.
That goes differently. And they just run it right down your neck to score. And then Iowa State on its next possession gets a first down. We kind of thought Iowa State's offense could really get rolling in this game, and at times it did. At times Iowa State was really moving it, but then those first two possessions Iowa State had, that first drive, you get a penalty on an illegal substitution that turns a 3rd and 3 into a 3rd and 8, and then you don't convert. You give it back to Cincinnati. It kicks a field goal. Now you're down 10-0, C-Dub. You're moving it. You're into Cincinnati territory. You just complete a 15-yard pass to Overby to get in the red zone. James Neal's called for a hold.
Yeah.
Totally botches the rest of the drive. Cincinnati goes and scores again. All of a sudden, a game where you'd actually been moving it okay, now you're down 17-0. It's like, oh my gosh, what happened?
And you bailed them out with that offsides on the first defensive possession.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so it's just like that's the detail that really is frustrating. I mean, that's not on your kicker. That is not on your lack of defensive backs. That is completely on just some not being totally there right away.
Clean up half of those, and it's a different game.
Yeah, and I think, two things can be true. Iowa State did not play well. And, even look at that. I mean, Iowa State still had some opportunities to win, which is a credit, I think, to the grit and toughness, specifically from the quarterback. But, post-game win expectancy from Bill Connelly, I always look at it the next morning. It was 0.6% for Iowa State. So, Iowa State, if you look at Cincinnati was 8 yards per play, C-Dub. Mm-hmm. Iowa State was 5.4. That's just not going to do it. And, yes, credit Iowa State's toughness and, the fortitude to not totally give up. But at the same time, that game was lost in the first half when you allowed 200 yards on the ground. And you can look at a couple different things. Matt said in the postgame he felt that Iowa State was not getting vertical enough in regards to defense, meaning they let Cincinnati get way too comfortable with the RPO stuff and cleaned it up in the second half just too late.
Yeah, so, it felt like in the second half, in the first half, Iowa State was just really on backing up a lot. There was not that attack. You could just the Kansas State game, I was so impressed that first game because it just felt like Iowa State was just flying to the football everywhere, and that was just not the case. The line got just destroyed, and I was looking at Pro Football Focus this morning, and probably the worst grade Dom Orange has ever had in his Iowa State career, I would think. I mean, thinking back to when he was a sophomore playing, but I don't know if he was still banged up from the week before. It's certainly
it was hot. It was
possible.
Hot.
Yeah.
That Cincy line was really good. I mean,
my hope is that this, two things can be true. You can't just lose those corners both and expect things to be the same. You just can't.
Even mentally, you wonder what was the hangover there.
I guess my hope is that this is like a bump, like a pretty significant one. But this defense has been really good, right? It has been really, really good. Now that hasn't been without both of those guys, and I would guess that they were cheating and helping the corners early. They probably expected the corners to be attacked early. They weren't as much as we thought. And I'm guessing that impacted Iowa State's rush defense, got them all out of sorts, made adjustments in the second half. I just, my hope is that, when you look at, the tackling day by Willich and by Orange specifically, and that is, an anomaly, because I was thinking about this last night. This is what I do after Iowa State loses. I just sit around and overanalyze things. Would you rather be in the cornerback situation this year or the linebacker situation last year?
Yeah.
Honestly, I could make an argument either way. I think I would maybe rather be in the cornerback situation, though, just because I think there are levers to pull to be able to stop the run. Now, and the other thing is, I don't think the secondary was that bad. Bell had a misread once.
He did. They got beat on that long touchdown, but that was trying to stop the run. That long touchdown late. I don't blame JMO there. They just got beat.
What I'm saying is I think those two corners and even maybe Coffee, we've seen a lot worse players play for Iowa State.
Well, that's what I think, honestly, C-Dub, in a way, that game gives the defense more confidence going forward. These guys are going to be fine, okay? Now, I thought Quentin Taylor played really well. They went after him in the second half.
He actually graded out way higher than Trey Bell did.
Did he? And he held his own. I mean, and Cincinnati's got some dudes. And that one play that they made on Bell on that 3rd and 7, was it?
Yeah.
Where they hit. I mean, that was a perfect throw, perfect catch. Tip your cap. That wasn't Trey. I think you're right, C-Dub. I think it was a mental thing. Again, I'm not diving into the weeds of what Iowa State did differently to try and protect those guys early. Did it hurt you somewhere else? But to your point, that's a game where Iowa State needed Dom to be an A+ player, and for whatever reason, they took him out of the game. They blocked him. He was not a factor, and when they got comfortable, it set up all their RPO stuff, and Sorsby even missed some stuff. I mean, that's the thing. Cincinnati, had opportunities to even punch a few more points on the board. I thought it was good toughness to what Iowa State did in the second half, but again, I think against Colorado, you got to go back to what you trust, and that's just let those corners play. Throw them out there. If they beat them, they beat them. But whatever Iowa State was doing in the first half just wasn't it.
The other thing, and this is really a thing. Like this is my biggest fear, is they're just not getting any pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, and that's part of it. They tried Caleb, we talked about on Wednesday.
Yeah,
they had Caleb lined with the hand on the down for most of the first half. Notice C-Dub, second half didn't do it. So now still didn't get any pressure, but at least it gave Caleb a little more opportunity to roam.
Yeah.
So I just think it's interesting. I don't know what the answer is there.
The orange thing too. You know him. I don't know him personally, other than we did the T-shirt with him. But he's had games where he's almost like a no-show, like he literally was with Kansas last year.
He didn't play in that game. Yeah.
He didn't travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then he'll bounce back and have like a really. I'm not going to overreact on that. I think you said it really well. They needed something from him yesterday, and they didn't get it for one reason or another. But it wasn't just him. It was that whole defense to start. Like, this was not a one-man thing. I think that they probably got out-schemed in that first half, too. I think they were expecting one thing and got another.
Totally agree.
And, again, I'm hopeful that it's not going to be like last year where it's just – because that was my thing, Brent, when I was watching that game. In the first half, I'm like, oh my God, this looks just like the Kansas game last year.
Yep.
Like the defense, remember that game? Like Kansas was doing the same thing, like 10 yards per rush. Like it was, and I don't know. I'm hopeful as long as, they can stay relatively healthy with the guys they have now, that this is not going to be, because they did adjust last year, even with the linebacker situation, to play good enough to win games. My biggest disappointment an hour after the game was that the offense couldn't step on Cincinnati's throat.
Yeah.
That was where I was like pissed off. Like in not at anyone in particular. Again, I don't think anyone played terrible. Like Rocco didn't make certain throws. There was just the weird like holding calls and like all that stuff. But like they moved the football really well. They just couldn't put the damn thing in the end zone.
Absolutely. And now the next question would be, how much did the kicking situation impact things?
Great point.
And I think it was significant. I mean, there was that one series that, man, you wish you could have it back, but I don't blame anybody here, but you're down 9, which is a weird situation to begin with. And it's 3rd and 5, you run it, you get it to that 4th and 1. I think Iowa State probably goes for it, even if it has Conrari, but you definitely go for it. I mean, C-Dub, Iowa State was, 100% in 4th downs last year when they ran that sneak, and it didn't work this time, and they stopped it. Now, Corleone is a difference maker there, and he just completely clogged up the whole thing. But I just wonder how many points was left on the board just from, the one miss kicked for sure.
I could argue 9.
I mean, 9, maybe 12, and then how's that game different? And Cincinnati's looking at its stuff, too. It's like, man, we had 8 yards per play. We should have more points, too.
Well, they had all those penalties. They had that run. That's where I was like, God, like...
Yeah, Cincinnati
Iowa State wasn't good, but they gave you a shot.
They opened the door in that second half. I thought the series-changing deal amongst all of them was Iowa State picks up that fumble, drives it, and then comes up empty. And it's just like, ugh.
The kicking thing is real. And
it's real. It's an issue right now.
The only decision with that I would critique Campbell on from yesterday is he should have gone for 2 when they got down 9 to make it a 1-score game. I don't understand why they didn't do that, but the rest of it, like, they gave Chase Smith a chance, and he missed it. It was just wide right. I don't blame them. And the problem wasn't even that they were going for fourth downs and stuff like that. It was because they were so bad on first down yesterday. The whole game was like a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, you felt like you were playing catch up
right?
all day.
All
day.
The other problem.
And they converted some tough, by the way. Some of Townsend's catches, like, holy smokes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Chase so well. I mean, I thought those guys played pretty well.
And then the other thing, Brent, was that put yourself, like, we know this feeling. Like, Iowa State's defense thrives in these situations where you're down double digits for pretty much the whole game, and you become fairly one-dimensional. Now, Iowa State ran the ball a little bit. Sam almost had 100 yards, all that. But they knew you had to throw the ball to get back in the game, so they're dropping 8.
Yep, thought the same thing.
With Corleone, who might be the best D-tackle in the country. So, right, like, it was a really tough spot for that offense, especially when you have no threat to kick. I think Mouse would probably attack a little bit differently on first and second down if he could go back. I mean, that's all hindsight. I don't know. It's easy to be like, oh, I was pissed at the offense, but it's also like you have to look at it schematically and what was happening, and they were put in a really bad spot based on other things. And they were part of it too. It wasn't just the defense early on. But man, like, against that team and the way they play defense, like, that's the one you don't want to be like, just because if Corleone doesn't play, Iowa State probably wins, don't you think?
Well, they run it right at him right away, and you don't even think twice about it.
I don't know.
Potentially, you don't get down 17-0. I thought another factor here with the kicking game, and this is going to be an ongoing issue, is kickoffs.
Yeah.
Think about Cincinnati starting field position off of kickoffs. It felt like it was 35 or plus every time, and then that's an issue. That's an issue because Jace Gilbert was getting it through the end zone. Conradi was getting it through the end zone. Again, I don't blame Chase Smith here. I don't.
I really wish he would have made that kick because the problem is now it's in his head. If he could have just made one,
and maybe the entire offense is like, oh gosh, now we got to really
it's just that pressure.
So this was you can't blame anybody. You blame everybody on this one.
But they didn't. The problem with the kicking thing too is that you can't. So if he makes the one kick that he misses in the third. Mm-hmm. It's a 1-score game. Cincinnati's got that pressure put on them now, right? And this is just not a team, guys, that the way they play, that's going to be in a lot of blowouts. Like, all these games are going to be close. And the kicking thing is still like, it's really going to loom large. And hopefully this young man, Matt says he can kick. He kicked in high school. Like, clearly he has a leg.
Yeah,
like, we saw him kick it. Like, it was fine. He just pushed it. Like, I don't know. I have a hard time. I'm not going to say that everything was bad yesterday. Offense, defense, special teams, they all contributed to this. But man, it's just when you have to feel like you're going for it constantly, it just puts pressure on everybody. And hopefully they get it out of their system and they can go on to Colorado and you convert on a lot of these. But my favorite stat of this game, and you contributed to this, thank you for this, and I went and checked your work, and you were correct.
Okay.
Iowa State was 26 third or fourth down tries.
Oh, my gosh.
The normal average for this team is 13. So twice as many plays in third or fourth down. And I'd love to know how many of those third downs were like 5 or beyond, too. It didn't feel like third and short very often.
It was just mentally exhausting from the get-go. It just was. I think when you get down like that, it's like you're pressing, and then even when you get in those opportunities, because you've been pressing all day, you don't have the juice. I thought, great point, Iowa State never got within 1 score.
Yeah.
If maybe you kick a field goal there and you're down to a 5-point game or a 6-point game, whatever that is, maybe Cincinnati then gets a little tighter, but they never did.
You didn't feel like you were chipping away at them at all. You just felt like you were coming up short every time.
Yeah, and that's where you second guess. You try and kick a field goal in one of those instances. But I don't know. I mean, if you miss another one, then you're even more dejected.
If you miss the next one, then everybody's gonna be like, well, why the hell did you kick it? That kid can't kick. You're almost protecting Chase Smith at that point too, because you are going to need him at some point.
Fair. I was yelling at my TV down 9 on that 4th and 1. But I get it. You're 4th and 1. Like, you've gotten that every time. I was like, kick it. But I was like, I don't know, though.
Oh, I wasn't. I was all about going. I didn't like the play call on 3rd and 3. That was where I had a problem. They should have put it in Rocco's hands and just let him do something with it out wide. Yeah. But whatever. It's all hindsight. At the end of the day, we can agree Iowa State didn't play well enough where you feel like they should have won the game.
Cincinnati, 100%. Tip of the cap to those guys. They played great. They started early. Crowd was good, and they deserved it. Simple as that. I mean, this is the thing: is you look around, not only this league, but college football in general. Man, it's never been more crazy.
Everybody lost yesterday.
And it's just I think we're finally realizing now we're in year 4 of NIL and the portal, mainstream. Year to year, you just really can't just measure, they've been good forever, so they're going to be good again.
It doesn't matter.
Like Cincinnati guys, I'm telling you, look at their wide receivers. They spent a lot of money on those wide receivers, and it worked. They spent a lot of money on upgrading their offensive line. It worked. You cannot anymore just say, they were bad last year, so that's going to be automatic this year. And both ways. So I give a lot of credit to them in their offseason for compiling the talent they did. They're going to be a factor all the way in the Big 12. Cincinnati is. No question.
Yeah, and Sorsby just is enough of a threat, like with the dual thing, where he's tough to keep a finger on. He wasn't great throwing yesterday, but he just did enough, and he made some big throws when needed, and of course, always a problem with his legs.
If they have that much push up front, and that running back running as violently as he did, they're gonna move it on pretty much everybody in this league. Now, the defense has major question marks. I mean, that's a game where Iowa State needed 40 and didn't get it.
Should have gotten it.
Could have gotten it. And that's the thing. It's like, you still scored 30 and didn't play well, which is kind of frustrating in its own right. But hey, it's a 12-game season for a reason, and you just cannot let this one impact what you do in Boulder, because that's going to be a hungry team. They had an experience the other way where they were up 2 touchdowns down at TCU and looked great, and then the whole thing kind of crumbled in the second half for the Buffs.
I was actually talking to Colin Newell, who was going to get ready to pub his insurance here, but Colin pointed out how his point to me yesterday was how NIL has just evened everything out.
Yeah, it has.
There's so much parity on a week-to-week basis. You just really have no clue. Like watching Vanderbilt, I know they lost, but
there wasn't a whole lot of difference between those two.
Going to Alabama,
it looked
toe-to-toe with those guys. Even like the Penn State UCLA thing, UCLA is 0-4, first time or since 1960 that a top 10 team has lost to an 0-4 team.
Yep,
that's crazy.
Yep, and that's why honestly the big schools are fighting against it right now. Is because they see the parity climbing along and they don't like it. They don't like it one bit.
Farm Bureau Financial Services, you can insure your home, auto, or basically anything with our guy.
Life. Yeah.
Colin, Life. Forgot about Life. COLIN. Only one L. Farm Bureau Financial Services. Also want to give a shout out to Kelderman Manufacturing. They've been supporting us a long time. I've been living on Kelderman's Instagram page. It's crazy. Like all these badass truck suspensions. You and that Kelderman algo are like symbiotic. Oh, it's just crazy. Yeah. It's just I'm being served suspensions in Formula One cars constantly. Remember, they're down corn reel as well. Farmers out there, the Kelderman down corn reel. You can go and check that out at kelderman.com. Remember them during your harvest. They can help you out down there in Oskaloosa.
Thought of Kelderman, but I got several tweets before the game of people listening to the game in their combine wanting to say hello.
A lot of that yesterday.
That's my favorite. Those are my favorite pictures.
A lot of that yesterday.
Hope the yields were good.
Hope so. We'll get to our Wiffles Hybrids Big 12 segment coming up. I did want to give a thank you to Andrew Chaplin, too, our realtor here on the program. Made little koozie thingamajigs or coasters with the Cyclone Fanatic YouTube QR code that'll be over at Welch Avenue Station. So I fancy that there's probably a lot of Welch Avenue people who listen to this show. I feel like there's some synergy there.
A little crossover.
Send us a picture if you see that, and remember Chappie for all of your realty needs coming up here in the year 2026, just around the corner.
David Hasselhoff and Brooke Burke on the coaster as well.
Oh, that's a great point.
I mean, And maybe that's not legal.
Probably not. I feel like there might be some trademark issues there.
Yeah.
I don't know. More meat to pick off of this bone. Carson Hansen's hurt. Hopefully
it's
that's
a concussion. It's a concussion, by the way. So
we'll day-to-day probably.
Day-to-day. Sowell was a cramp.
Yep, saw that.
That's good. I thought, this is my, okay, I know, glass half full. I thought him and Townsend were great. And those two.
You got to tell Townsend to start catching fair catches.
Yeah, I mean, so Matt talked about that in the post game too. That was a big play in that game.
Yeah, huge game.
You had two guys back, and you just gotta go get the ball.
And Flora was back. I had all these people tweeting at me, "Where's Flora?" They were both back.
No, they were both back there.
But it went to Townsend's side.
Yeah, I mean, tough bounce, but you got to go catch, because when you start at the 1 yard line, you were that series
it was a wasted
over.
possession.
It was a wasted possession.
They wasted 2 plays just to get out of the end zone.
Correct, and I don't blame.
And then you were 3rd and 8 from the 2 yard line or whatever it was.
Yeah, as far as pass catching, Sowell in the last 2 weeks gives you a lot of good vibes. In that Rocco and him are developing a nice little deal right now.
I agree,
and that's gonna pay dividends down the road. I thought that was
that
super
even
encouraging.
too. I know people don't care right now, but next year could be one of the best tandems in the Big 12.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then and Townsend's got another year too. So, and then Bramer, odd play at the end. I'm not losing sleep over that. I'm just not. But I thought he made some big time plays in the end zone too, and that's what that guy can do. So
I feel like the tight ends have kind of disappeared. You got to find a way to get that thing going again.
I'm curious. Yeah, I know they're trying, but it just felt disjointed a little bit yesterday.
The whole day was
trying
off.
to do. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know what was going on. It felt like you were climbing the mountain from the get go. It just really did.
Did you watch the Colorado game?
I had it on the multi-view, C-Dub.
Nice.
Salter looked really good in the first half, and then he just completely melted down in the second half.
Coop and I had it on the big screen. We made that game of the night last night, and it was a really good game. It was a really fun game. But
I haven't even looked yet. Is it about to pick 'em next week?
No, Iowa State 5.5.
Iowa State's favored by 5.5.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. Colorado's interesting. They don't really. They're not bad, but they don't do anything well. They don't do anything like great.
Fair.
They don't just like stand up. But I also think that, what are they, 2-4? They remind me a little bit of like Cincinnati last year, where it's just like, you've got this mobile quarterback. We know what he's able to do. He doesn't do it very consistently. But that first half he was really good against TCU. So you kind of hope that. My only fear with these guys, I'm really glad that they lost.
Yeah, you wonder if they'll just start.
Yeah. They're 2-4 now, but I also feel like this is probably like their last stand.
Is this the last grasp of relevancy?
But it'll help. I think that there's going to be a ton of Iowa State fans there.
I actually like it's a 2:30 game too.
I do too.
Not a night game.
Yeah.
Interesting, because I watched. They stop the run okay. They run it okay.
Yeah. They're better defensively than you would think.
Agreed. Just the passing game hasn't been great there.
That Miller is a pretty good receiver. He'll be a problem.
They're just soft. Great point. They just do everything okay. And they've been in every game, mostly, except the Houston game was kind of a weird one. I just don't know what I'm getting from them. I don't. And if Iowa State but Iowa State's got its own concerns with health now. And the kicking game, special teams in general, like there are some things that Iowa State cannot play like it did against Cincinnati and expect to just roll in there because Colorado's worse than Cincinnati. I think Colorado, Cincinnati, Iowa State are a lot closer than people want to realize here. You got to play well.
Other note from this one, and I don't know where it's going to go, and hopefully it turns out well, but Deion Sanders might be questionable for that game.
Oh, really?
So if you noticed, if you were watching, he had what looked like a cast on his leg. He was like limping around, and he's got this blood clot problem. He's had a lot of health issues.
A lot of.
And that was kind of the theme of their press conference last night. So he's going to the doctor early this week.
Man.
So, I mean, I'm assuming that Prime will be on the sideline, that they'll figure out a way. But that is definitely, I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't want to play Colorado and not have Prime out there. Like,
No,
come on.
I mean, that guy's good. That guy's, say what you want about the guy. He is. It's an entertainment product, and he is entertaining.
Yeah, no,
I'm out there.
I want to watch Prime press conference on Tuesday talking clones.
Yes,
like, come on.
actually, I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah, so I hope Coach can be out, but it is something I think we should monitor. Also, of course, we want Prime to do well because we want people to be healthy. I don't want any business with a interim head coach or don't give me any of that. Like, don't jack around with that. I don't need these guys playing for their fallen coach or anything like that. No.
Okay, not to bring up bad memories, but it was 15 years ago the last time Iowa State went out to Boulder.
That was Austin Arnaud, right?
And they fired Dan Hawkins the week prior.
I remember
Dan?
that was when Austin blew out his knee.
The state intramurals brother, and they brought in that interim guy who wore the lei, like he was the Hawaiian guy.
Yes.
And they just torched Iowa State. Arnaud gets hurt in the first quarter, and my gosh, it was a bad memory.
Yeah, you are bringing up bad memories there with that one.
So yeah, get healthy, Prime.
Yeah, we'll
Get
keep
healthy.
an eye on Prime's condition, and hopefully it turns out okay.
I think it's a fascinating time for a road trip here. Yeah, Iowa State. John Walters had the good stat again this morning that Iowa State, that's its first true road loss since Oklahoma in 13. So it'd been 9 in a row Iowa State had won in true road games. But this is now seed up, and again, I'm not trying to be alarmist here. That's 2 games at Arkansas State, at Cincinnati, on the road that Iowa State just did not come out great. And you've seen now at home, Iowa State was great at home to start. So is this team a little bit unique in that it's got a home road split situation going on? You'd like to fix that early because, again, like Arkansas State, like Cincinnati, you get behind on the road, and then you let weird things happen. It gets in your head a little bit. I would like, so would you, all of you, I would say to get off to a quick start, and maybe Colorado says, okay, we've seen enough.
Yeah, this Colorado team feels like it's in limbo, and I think that if they would have ended up winning that game, well, one, TCU's a really good team.
Absolutely.
So it would have said a lot about Colorado, but two, it would have just jolted their entire season.
Their spirits. And so that's where it's like that first quarter cannot obviously have what happened with Cincinnati and give them some confidence.
All right. Well, we'll be out there.
I
Looking
can't wait.
forward to it. We do have that event coming up on Friday night where you're going to be there, right?
I will get there as soon as I can, my friend.
Okay.
Team will arrive, I think, around 4 o'clock, and then I'll hustle up there.
The just want to make sure I have the place. It's called the Acreage, and so if you guys, it's called the Acreage and Stem Ciders Happy Hour. So Acreage / Stem Ciders. That's spelled STEM. It will begin at 4:30. Okay, so
It's a big place too.
It's a huge place, but I would recommend going up. And I think they have a good Facebook page, the Colorado Iowa State alumni page, and they are doing a RSVP thing there. I think they just mainly want to know how many people are going to be there. The event technically ends at 6, but people can hang out. Like it's cool. It's like a tailgate type location. It's outdoors. It's like the mountains are right behind it. Like it's beautiful. Blum and I are going to give a talk. We are going to do a whole program there. Of course, I want you to pre-order my book as well when you are out there. That's why we were invited to be a part of this. And we're also raising money for a scholarship that the Denver Alumni Club does, where they give local scholarship money to kids to go to Iowa State in that area. This is a really cool club. I want to give a shout out to our buddy Steve Kemp, and he's got a friend out there who he met on Cyclone Fanatic, which is pretty cool. And they have rented an entire lot. And from what I understand from Steve yesterday, we have like 120 different vehicles that have registered of Iowa State fans. A bunch of players' families
for the pregame for tailgate.
For pregame tailgate.
Yes. Yeah. Are we putting that out publicly? Because I know there's I keep getting texts from people. Or we
I think it's full. But I think that if anyone wants to be a part of this, they should get a hold of you. Would be the better person than me, because I will probably not. I have an event Tuesday night. By the way, if anyone wants to go, that TJ Otzberger and I are speaking on Tuesday night at the Krause Gateway Center through the Des Moines Business Record. Again, this is a book promotion event, and it's called The Sport of Business. So this won't be like, oh, who's the backup point guard? This is more, hey, Otzelberger, daily habits. Talk about like how to be better at just everything in life, and I'm going to talk branding and all that stuff. So that is Tuesday night.
He is 5. He is a CEO.
Yes.
Of a large organization. No, I think here's the deal, everybody. Because again, not that I don't want to text you all back, because I really do.
Well, I'm not giving out your number.
But I will put publicly on my Twitter and the We Will Twitter where the location is, if there is room. Again, I don't want to send you guys places if there's not room.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy anyway. But again, I will put the info out there. So don't feel like you need to message me. I will get you taken care of.
I bet like a fifth of that crowd is going to be Iowa State fans.
I mean, just the response I've gotten in the weeks prior here, it's going to be a great crowd.
We have over 400 people going to that thing on Friday night.
So you'll count on them. You'll get another. I bet there's. Are we pushing? We're pushing 5,000 for sure.
I would say the over under would be 7,000.
770. Yeah, I like that.
Maybe.
7,500 over under.
Yeah, and I would maybe play the over. You just have a big pocket of Western fans that haven't had games. Like we saw this in the Arizona swing in basketball last year.
Truth.
And a lot of people just want to go and see the mountains. And
yeah.
I mean, I know that's like why my wife wanted to go. She's not going to support me. She's like, oh, let's go to the.
I love Lake Laverne, and I love the plains of the upper Midwest here. But it's nice to see a mountain every once in a while.
Yeah. So all right, so Iowa State is a 5.5 point favorite in that one.
What's the over under on that bad boy? Are we pushing 55?
It is right around there. Hold on, let me double check.
It's got to be right around
51.5.
Ooh, okay, all right.
Let's do it. Let's check in on the Big 12.
Every year, you have a choice. One that says staying independent and family-owned means something on your farm. So plant your independence. Plant Wivels.
All right, last night in the Big 12 was a doozy. We had 3 really good games that were all coming down to the wire. That was awesome. I was pissed because Kansas State Baylor was the same time as Iowa State.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get to watch much of that. Check the highlights.
These 3 games at night were awesome. I had a blast. Cooper and we had the 3 TV setup going, all Big 12. We were completely boycotting the Big 10, the SEC, and the ACC. We're just driving up ratings for Brett Yormark, our friend.
Send us a thank you card, Brett.
Got my cover with Kansas State. I thought they were going to win outright. Boy,
talk about a choke job again for them. My gosh,
man, they outscored 18-3 in the fourth. And
Avery threw an awful pick 6.
I don't know. I think Avery needs a change of scenery, and I think he could really, really make a jump in his career. But man, I don't think the Matt Wells thing is really
not
working over there.
That's a game where, man.
I think Baylor's totally underachieving too, but they're 4-2 now. I mean, they're right in the same spot Iowa State is as far as the Big 12 goes.
Odd week, but fun week. And then, Kansas coming back to take care of Mid-Florida was nice. It was a good job out of them. That's some toughness. It started pouring down there, and KU made some plays. After that's a tough spot for them. After they dropped to Cincinnati at home in a big game, they have to make that long trip down to Orlando, got behind, and found a way to win. So some toughness there for Lance.
Yeah, and it's good to see the directional Florida people be humbled a little bit. I was torn in this Colorado TCU game real quick because I'm already scoreboard watching now for Iowa State after the loss.
Yeah.
And I was kind of wanting TCU to get a second.
Good point. I didn't even think about that.
But Iowa State can beat them, though. So you had that. You had that little chip in your.
It seems it's Texas Tech, Utah. Not sure. I think Iowa State's there.
I think Texas
State
Tech
still
is really good.
Tech's really good. I mean, our read on them has been good from the get-go. They should be in the top 5 nationally. The fact that they're still behind some of these SEC schools with 1 loss is baffling to me because you can't say it's a talent deal.
No,
Tech
they have
all the talent,
just as much talent as any of those teams.
But yeah, I think they are on another level right now than everybody else. But so
Tech is 5th in my poll for what it's worth.
Good. I think that's where they belong. I do think now. I don't say it's a race for second because anything can happen in this conference. But again, all this carnage around college football makes it really interesting to me. Can you still get 2? I don't know. I think there is a world, C-Dub, if Tech continues to play well and gets 1 loss, maybe 0 going to that championship game. If it loses the championship game, Big 12 is definitely going to get 2. So again, there are some scenarios here where the Big 12 can get 2 in the playoff. What Rocco said after the game, I thought was accurate. Is like, I mean, if you're Iowa State now, you I don't want to say you have to win out because there are a lot of scenarios at 7-2 that get you in the Big 12 championship game, but you can't feel good about you unless you win out. There's no automatic guarantee you're getting into the championship game at this point.
Correct.
Easiest way to say it.
The other thing, man, BYU's 5-0 again.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. They look really good. I thought their skill guys, C-Dub, were awesome Friday night. I did not see that coming.
Anybody though.
I know.
I mean, they have not beaten a soul. This is the same conversation we had about them last year.
It's the same thing. Although I think their skill is a little better this year, offensively.
The bulk of their schedule is coming up though. So October 18th, 25th, and November 8th, Utah, at Iowa State, at Texas Tech.
Okay.
TCU is the game after that. Then at Cincinnati. They are not going undefeated.
No.
They're not going undefeated. No, they're going to have 3 losses.
We will see what BYU is all about in that stretch. Do they play next week or do they got to bye?
At Arizona, which is no gimme.
Ooh, Arizona look good.
I think that's a Friday night game, actually. We're going to watch that one in Boulder.
Well, let's should we just no. Fascinating league. Fascinating league all the way around.
It's Saturday. My apologies.
Should we get to the point spreads?
Yeah. Hold on.
Jump right in.
We have any other? No, I think that was it for the Big 12 stuff. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's guess the point spreads, shall we?
It's my favorite part of the week.
It's the best part of the week, and it's the most popular part of the show.
I don't know if Bloom Tracker properly tracked last week, but you all heard it, so I don't have to break news here. I was really good last week.
Elite.
And humble.
I went 4-0 my Iowa Everywhere locks.
By the way, Bloom Tracker, where'd you go? You didn't do it. You didn't do it.
You didn't post it last week?
You didn't post it last week. 9:24. Come on, Bloom Tracker.
If we miss a show, people are pissed. If we're even an hour late, I have 10 tweets.
Come on, Bloom.
Come on, Bloom Tracker.
It's your
Pick
one
it up.
job. 9:24 is your last tweet. Let's go.
Guess the point spreads were presented by WebWise. Go to trywebwise.com. I'm trying WebWise right now. They're making my book website. Should be done this week. I'll share it with you guys. Trywebwise.com. All right, Bloomy. Let's go Saturday at 11 o'clock. Directional Florida is at Cincinnati.
By the way, will this tailgate have TVs, I assume?
Come on.
You say directionals at Cincinnati?
Yep.
Oh, boy. Cincy 8.5.
That is a narrow miss. Cincy 11.
Oh!
Hey, it's October 5th in conference season. I can't be giving you 3 points.
I'm not. I don't want it. I don't want your point. I don't want your sympathy.
Houston is at Oklahoma State.
Oh, gosh. The Oklahoma State coaching staff, by the way, on the sideline, they looked miserable.
God bless them for staying there and being these lame duck. It'd be hard to be all in on it.
Poor Doug Meekum just looked like he was in the middle of the dentist office and he had 4 root canals coming. It was horrible. They're going to be big dogs. Is it in Houston?
No, it's in Stillwater.
Okay, that helps a little bit. 12 Houston.
That's a win. It's 14.
Okay.
Here's a good one. TCU at Kansas State.
Oh, man. The beat just goes on for the Cats.
Those damn Cats every day is a tough one.
Oh my gosh. Do they have? Yeah, you're right. TCU 3.5.
So that's a hit too. Boy, that's a trap game. These Kansas State games are just trap games for everybody.
All of them, for everybody. Themselves included.
Kansas is at TCU. This is a night game.
That's fun. Oh, man. TCU. Wait, Kansas is at TCU?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, at Texas Tech. I apologize.
Okay.
My apologies. Kansas at Texas Tech.
Tech is a 13.5 here.
That's a win. 14.5. Well done. Getting a little cocky over there.
As I should be.
BYU is at Arizona.
Sneaky spot here. I've got my eyes on this one, Mr. Williams.
Yeah, I would
I'm
too.
gonna say BYU is a 4-point favorite.
2.5. That's a win. This will be fun. This will be the hot tub special at the Airbnb. We do have an Airbnb with a hot tub. This is true.
Well, you guys do. I don't get to stay.
Oh, you're flying back?
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
I mean, I could probably get a one-way. Anyway, we'll see how
just
the
get a
game goes.
one-way. Come
We'll
on.
see how the game goes.
Arizona State at Utah. Late game.
Oh my!
After dark.
That is great.
Come on, we can
Utah.
watch it in the hot tub together with our shirts off.
Live stream. Be a lot of viewers on that. Utah's 8.5 here. No,
that's a
too
miss.
high. 8.
That's a miss. 4.5.
That's it.
Yep.
When I'm wrong by that much, you guys know what to do.
We're just going to go through the other games real quick.
Yeah.
Just take a look at the upcoming week. Oh, here's a fun one. Indiana at Oregon.
Oh gosh, Oregon 10.
9.5. Good one.
Yep.
Red River Shootout.
All right, serious conversation. Can Texas get in to the playoff?
Absolutely. Yeah.
They got to win out, though, right?
Yeah. If they went out, they're in. Guaranteed.
Okay.
Do we need to do this again?
No.
I guarantee. I even saw today my Super 16 poll that they fucking put Notre Dame in the top 16. Swear to God. They beat Boise, and all these idiots are like, oh, bump them back up.
What about Penn State? Okay. I get Texas. I understand that. Penn State. What if Penn State wins out?
Yeah, they will be in because they would beat Ohio State with that.
Yeah. Okay.
I guarantee you these.
All right. I'm not losing sleep over it today.
When you start in the top 5,
this is not my deal today. I'm not doing it.
I want to personally look up all these people putting Notre Dame in the top 15 right now because I am offended by it.
Same. Send them. Yeah. I'll send them passive aggressive tweets. It's my strength. What was the Did you have a game?
Texas, Oklahoma.
Oh, Texas.
With Mateer's injury, remember that?
Oh yeah, he's hurt. Yeah, but Arch has been fine. It's just they don't have guys there. I'm gonna say this is a straight up pick'em, C-Dub.
Texas 3.5.
Really?
Yep.
Who's the backup for Oklahoma? I guess. I mean, that's what that.
I don't know. I don't know now.
Is that still in Dallas? They still do that thing in Dallas? They must.
Yes. Tulane is hosting East Carolina on Thursday night.
All right. Go Green Wave. They're a 11-point favorite. Those Waves.
7.
Okay.
South Florida at North Texas. This is a good one. Friday night, 6:30. Goalish.
10.
1.5, North Texas. You're way off.
Samsonite.
Jiminy Christmas. Hold on. See who the Gamecocks
Those
got.
don't count, Bloom Tracker, even though you're not tracking.
South Carolina at LSU. Final pick of the week.
LSU 11.
10. Well done.
Good. SEC Bloom here. Locked in.
Those poor bastards from Washington State have to go to Mississippi.
Why?
Did you see that J.J. Cole and Appalachian State beat Oregon State yesterday?
I did.
J.J. got in the game.
Did J.J. What did he do? Did he? Let's look.
I'm going to look it up right now.
J.J. Mr. Cole, 13 of 28 for 218. All right.
Work on our accuracy just a little bit,
All right,
but
J.J.
he's like the guy now, I think.
I like the Cole family. So
yeah, I do too. Should we start guessing the point spread for App State?
I think so. As long as JJ's the starter, absolutely.
All right, hold on.
They're 3-2. They play Georgia State
Oops.
next week.
Well, we're going to guess the point spread.
I didn't see it. I just know they play Georgia State. Is it? Did you find it?
Hold on. Appalachian State at Georgia State.
Is Georgia State still playing at the artist formerly known as Turner Field? Remember they did that? It was kind of an ordeal.
It is the Center Park Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Is that Turner Field?
I think that's Turner. I think that's the former Turner Field. I do.
2:30 kick on ESPN Plus.
I know nothing about Georgia
Guess
State.
the point spread, Bloom. That's what the game is called. It's not. It's not like him and Haw around the point spreads. Guess the
4.
goddamn point spread.
App State 4.
4.5.
Yeah. Go with your gut, everybody. Go with your gut.
All right. Well, Wednesday morning at 9. Just so you guys know, we go live on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
By the way, now
Ask questions for those.
Yeah, and we probably haven't promoted that very well, but that is the plan until the end of the season.
The end of the season.
Until the end of basketball. We're just going to go live at 9 on Wednesday. All right, Bloom, you got a big golf date to get to.
I do. First exhibition game for the Iowa State men's basketball program in 11 days.
Oh, my God. Can't even imagine.
Just
We're
FYI.
there.
I know. We're getting there.
All
Thanks,
right,
everybody.
I appreciate you. Brent Blum, my name is Chris Williams. We will be back on Wednesday. I know the Inside Zone crew has already recorded. That one will be up early for you. Beat reporters, Williams and Blum Wednesday, and of course the Daily Clone with Jake Brend, all coming your way all week for another game week here on the Cyclone Fanatic Podcast Network. Signing off from the Northwest Bank Studio.